Germany's foreign minister declared independence from the US this week. Europe, he said, should act as a counterweight to the US, opposing America whenever the US crosses red lines. Writing in Germany's Handelsblatt news magazine, he warned that Germany couldn't be this counterweight alone. He said, "The main goal of our foreign policy is therefore to build a sovereign, strong Europe." He called for European independence from America in very practical ways. He wants to make Europe's financial system much less dependent on the US and the American banking system. The article made waves in Germany and around the world. Handelsblatt called it a break with 70 years of German foreign policy. It comes at the same time that Germany is taking very concrete actions that break with America. So the US, for example, is placing sanctions on Turkey, while Germany is trying to help Turkey survive these sanctions and prop its economy up. America is trying to put sanctions on Iran. Europe is trying to help Iran find ways to keep trading with the world. German Chancellor Angela Merkel met with Russian President Vladimir Putin last weekend, and they talked about rebuilding Syria without the US, among other things, including pushing forward with this gas deal and this pipeline that Germany and Russia are working on, a pipeline that America is adamantly opposed to. What we're seeing is a fundamental shift in Germany's alliance with the United States, just as Handelsblatt wrote. And this is something that we focused on in our last two Trumpet print issues. In our August edition, I wrote an article titled, "Europe and America, They've Lost That Loving Feeling." Then on the cover of the September issue, Trumpet editor-in-chief Gerald Flurry had an article, "Germany and Russia's Secret War Against America." And as those articles talk about, the Bible has some very specific prophecies about Germany and about Europe turning against the United States. It warns America that its lovers, its nations that it trusts in as its closest allies, will turn against them. This is something we're seeing happen already, as Mr. Flurry explains in his article. Meanwhile, Germany's economy continues to surge. Germany has the world's largest trade surplus for the third year running, according to statistics released this week. So that means they sold about $300 billion more worth of exports than they took in imports. So Germany's strong manufacturing sector is making goods and selling them all around the world. Germany and China are really emerging as two major manufacturing powerhouses. Now, this is a strategy that has some risk for Germany's economy. It means they're dependent on being able to keep selling goods to other nations to keep their economy going. But it also has allowed them to have this huge manufacturing-based economy. They call it the Wirtschaftswunder, this economic miracle that has really helped Germany to become almost an economic superpower. This economic power is helping them rise in world power. It's just a small symptom of the rise of Germany, as they're emerging more and more as one of the leading nations, definitely economically, more and more a leading nation in foreign policy, definitely the leading nation of Europe. And at the same time that we see this, Germany's splitting from the US, turning against the US even, for in many ways the first time in post-war history. To read more about this and where this rise of Germany is leading, read our free booklet, Germany and the Holy Roman Empire. You can read that as well as the articles I mentioned on our website, thetrumpet.com. You can also get a free subscription to the Trumpet magazine. We send it out 10 times a year all around the world. And you can do all of that at our website, thetrumpet.com.